Hi everyone, it's Michelle McCullough from SpeakMichelle.com. I'm a speaker, strategist, success coach, and a serial entrepreneur. I'm very excited to share this video with you today, one of my most favorite topics to talk about. Today we're going to talk about happiness. I want you to think for yourself on a scale from 1 to 10, how happy are you today? Just take a minute, figure out what that number is, and just become clear about your current life and circumstances. Whatever that number is, there's no judgment or no worry or concern, because today I'm going to share with you 3 tips that you can do for whatever level you are in your happiness that can make you just a smidge happier. Very simple, you probably know them, but that also probably means that they're universal principles that can help you find happiness even in tough times. The first tip for finding happiness and being happier now is to choose, to decide. Decide today to be happier now. I get criticized for this on a regular basis when I'm talking to clients and they're saying, hey, I want to be happier, what do I do? And I say, just decide to be. And then they give me their big long list of all the things that are going on in their life that are horrible, bad, or any circumstances that have led them to where they are today. And I say, great, what are you going to choose? Are you going to choose to allow those circumstances and the stories surrounding your life to be the way that you want to show up in the world? Or are you going to choose and say, despite those things and despite the very real problems that each of us have in our life, I am going to choose today to be happy and choose to find happiness even in dark times? That is the number one secret for success. I could stop now and only talk about us today deciding that we're going to choose to be happy. I grew up with a mother who is fantastic and wonderful, and who, despite her many challenges, and who would have every reason in the world to not be happy or to choose unhappiness, still chose to be happy despite being a single mother with 4 little children, moving to a new place, trying to figure out how to get a handle on her life after she was recently divorced. And her mantra was literally happiness. And as I look back on that, what a great gift for her, and what a great gift for me to kind of watch. And my trials did come too. Lots of other circumstances have happened in my life, but as I have chosen to find happiness even in dark times, it makes my life so much easier. And for those of you who are still kind of skeptical, I want you to give it a try. Make a decision to take today to say, I'm going to choose happiness. Now, the second tip is going to help you with this. My second tip for being happier right now is to gratitude journal. And this is something that you could do. You could just quickly write down right now 5 things that you're grateful for on any piece of paper, on any scratch note, turn over some sort of junk paper that you've got sitting there on your counter or your desk, and just write down 5 things right now that you're grateful for. It could be simple things: your life, your health, your job, your home, your kids, your husband, spouse, any of those things. Just write down 5 things that you're grateful for today. I want to tell you that gratitude journaling, though it might sound fluffy, will be one of the most beneficial things that you do in your life. And for those of you who are men who are thinking, oh, this is just for women, I want you to know that even successful men gratitude journal. David Bach, the 9-time New York Times bestseller, he's the man who wrote Start Late, Finish Rich and The Automatic Millionaire. He wrote books. He's written books about finances and is a very successful man, has partnerships with many of the top corporations. And he even shared with us when we saw him speak a couple weeks ago that he gratitude journals. And I was so grateful for that, because men tell me all the time that oh no, that's for girls. But if successful men gratitude journal, so can you, and start today to find all the great things in your life. Now, I bet that if we could also sit down and write down all the crazy, horrible, discouraging things that are going on. But the more that we gratitude journal, the more we realize that we have been given wonderful, fabulous, and happy things, even despite our current challenges. Those are the things that keep us sane, happy, and continuing on even in really dark times. Grateful for friends. And the more that you gratitude journal, the more you will see that you have been given wonderful preservation things to help you through those dark times. And then you can have this wonderful thing to look back on. I encourage people to keep a gratitude journal in a dedicated journal, separate from other journals or to-do lists, so that then you can go back and kind of watch and read. I put the date down, I put the 5 things that I'm grateful for, and those things start to get more and more profound. As we look for great things, we'll notice more great things that are happening. part of the contagious theory. As we look around for wonderful things, we will find more. And sometimes we can get caught up in the trials, dramas, things that are going on, and so we notice those and we're listing those in our head of the crazy things that are happening, instead of finding all the wonderful things that are happening as well and really focusing and showing gratitude for the things that are working for us. The third thing that I wanted to share with you is to find something you can do today for somebody else. I love the concept of service and to fill someone else's need. And when we get out of ourselves and focus on the things that are going wrong in our lives and try to help someone else who might be having a difficult time, then we get to a place, a higher ground, where we can find great joy and happiness in serving other people. And it doesn't have to be big. When I give this to clients who are needing some time and opportunities to find happiness in their life, they start to think that they have to organize some sort of massive fundraiser or massive service project. But service could be as simple as opening the door for someone, going out of your way to help somebody to the car with their groceries that's obviously struggling, help a child in a store where a mom is frantic and crazy, trying to get things done. Just look around and be aware of other people in other circumstances and how you might be able to help them with whatever their current challenges are. And then that helps you find peace and perspective in the challenges that are happening in your life. The last thing I want to talk to you about before we go is just one simple question. And my question is, what are you waiting for? All of these people who I know and love, who have wonderful, crazy, legitimate challenges going on in their life, I ask them, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for in order to be happy? We don't have to wait for our trials to be over, because I guarantee once that trial is done, a new one will come. We don't have to wait until we have a new job, till the kids are out of the house, until whatever thing we have pictured in our head that we need to have happen in order for us to find happiness, because we will always find something else to do that. The grass isn't greener on the other side. Days won't be happier when XYZ happens. Days will be happier now as we make the decision to choose and find happiness, gratitude journal, and find a way to lift others so that we can truly find happiness even in dark times. So for those of you who are worried or concerned, the quickest thing you can do today is just make those 3 easy steps. And wherever you were at the beginning of this video, whether you were a 2 or a 10, these 3 things can help you today increase that 2 or 3 points to help you find greater happiness. Love to hear what you have to say about these videos. I would love to hear the things that you do to bring greater happiness. So I encourage you to leave comments below and share with me some of the things that you do and your tips for happiness. And we can talk about them in future videos. Thanks so much and have a happy day.